Oh, hi. Welcome. This week's letter comes from Decker McTish. Dear Ben and Emil, I loved your last episode about living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Thanks, Decker. That one was a real doozy. But I had a question. My acting professor insists we visit the improv scene in Chicago. What are your thoughts? Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Decker. Today we'll be discussing Paul Sills and his contribution to the stage. Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Hey, internet friends! Ben says we're talking about Paul Sills today. Did you know Paul Sills was son of the esteemed actress Viola Spolin? Yep, Viola was all about improv as well. She and her son even worked together.
Emil, you're getting ahead of yourself. Start at the beginning. The very beginning.
All right. So in the beginning, God created heaven and the earth.
No, skip ahead to 1927. AD!
Right. That's the year Paul Sills was born, November 18th, 1927, in Chicago, Illinois to Viola Spolin. Growing up, Sills played countless party games with his family, which influenced his mother's love for using games as an instructional tool for improv. You can definitely say he was destined to follow his mother's footsteps and develop her technique. In 1948, he enrolled in college in the University of Chicago, receiving a progressive education under Chancellor Robert Hutchins, with the ideals that teaching students to think would enable them to do. This allowed collegiate programs to better prepare their students for complex thinking in the workforce. This is the foundation for a lot of theater programs. So, yeah, my degree is worth something.
Emil, stick to the script. I said no improvising.
Sorry.
Especially after a previous episode where you accurately predicted Donald Trump's presidency.
I was referencing The Simpsons.
Still.
Ben, let me finish my segment. Paul's natural leadership skills and theatrical background allowed him to easily direct the student-led theatrical functions at UCT. Then, he and his buddy, David Shepard, created the first ever improv group in 1955. They called themselves the Compass Players, so they could lead each other in the right direction. For legal sake, that is just speculation. But it was his belief that theater came from the consciousness of the community. Quote,
Theater comes out of the consciousness of the community. Theater is concerned with reality. Reality is shared. And reality of the moment can occur only with spontaneity.
Hey again. Paul used the Spolin games to keep his actors engaged with the present. More on that later. By the end of the 1950s, the Compass Players disbanded to form other groups across the country. But his biggest venture was yet to come. Along with peers Bernard Solins and Howard Alk, Paul Sills founded the Second City, the most well-known improvisation theater in the world.
Whoa!
Decker, make sure to get tickets to those shows on your trip to Chicago. Make sure to check in with your parents before. You don't always know what could happen at an improv show. Second City was just the first. In 1965, he started the Game Theater, and in 1970, he took Broadway with his show, Story Theater. Ben will touch up on all of these projects soon.
Yep.
But eventually, he settled down in Baylor's Harbor, Wisconsin, with his wife, Carol Bleakley Sills. They both continued his work until his death in 2008. Then in 2011, Paul was inducted to the American Theater Hall of Fame. He will forever be remembered by actors throughout the rest of time. We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, I'm Jack Leach.
And I'm Sue Kidd.
In the past century, mothers have lost so much. Their rights, their secret lovers, and their property. Here at Leach and Kidd, we fight for 2/3 of these issues.
Yeah, screw you, Brad. My mom was way better off with my dad.
We can't let this crime continue any longer.
Children should never steal from their parents, especially intellectual property.
Recently, Viola Spolin sued her son, Paul Sills, for profiting off her improvisational skills.
Yeah, and that's not cool.
We can help. If your intellectual property has been stolen in this way, contact us at 1-800-200-4739. Again, that's 1-800-200-4739. Moms, we fight for you!
Brad, leave Mom alone.
This is clearly only for comedy. Do not call us. I hate you all. Side effects may include not getting legal service.
Paul Sills left a legacy behind him. This includes Story Theater and Second City. Now let's go ahead and delve into Story Theater. Paul Sills' Story Theater premiered on Broadway in the Ambassador Theater on October 26, 1970. It only stayed on Broadway for about a year, closing on July 3, 1971. This show featured many classic fairy tales.
Ooh, I like fairy tales.
Yeah, the group performed tales like The Robber Bridegroom and Henny Penny.
I don't know those. I would have preferred Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I've never heard of those either, but upon further research, Henny Penny is basically the 2005 Disney classic Chicken Little, but with way less aliens. Well, Paul took a different approach to normal theater. This show used improv techniques from Sills and Spolin. That way, the show was as real as possible. That might be why it didn't last too long on Broadway. Although, the rock folk band, the True Brethren, played hits by Bob Dylan, the Rolling Stones, and the Beatles.
I wanna hold your hand.
Yes, thank you, Emil. The play did win many awards, such as the Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play with Paul Sand, and the Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Director. Great job, Pauls. Just like Emil said, Paul Sills, Bernie Solins, and Howard Auk opened the doors of Second City in December of 1959 at 1942 North Wells Street, the former site of Wong Cleaners and Dryers. This was one of the first ever full improv theaters. Paul was seen as the father of improvisational theater for his work in Second City. Second City is the main area for new comedians to get their footing. Some of the most notable alumni are Dan Aykroyd, from Ghostbusters, Steve Carell, Gru, Eugene Levy from American Pie, Tina Fey, creator of Mean Girls, Mike Myers, Shrek, and Amy Poehler, the late wife of my favorite actor, Will Arnett, who plays Lego Batman.
You idiot. That's Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec.
I know. I just love Lego Batman. Lego Masters on Fox is my favorite TV show. Anyway, Second City does everything from improv to reviews to sketches. They're the source for all your comedy needs, Decker. They secretly have direct contacts to Saturday Night Live and the Norwegian Cruise Lines, so make sure to get in there. Please consider me.
Ben, you are unfunny.
Oh, you're so sweet. They even have a show called Second City Television, or SCTV, that stemmed from the Toronto branch of the theater. They will hopefully sponsor this video, so we will include clips later. For now, Viola Spolin wanted to say a few words.
My baby boy! Oh, you will become the greatest improviser of all time. Using my techniques, we will become the driving factor of comedy. Mom is here. Did you know I was on Broadway at age 18?
Hey, I'm going to be teaching you some of Spolin's improv games today. The first one I'll be teaching you is poetry. So, this will be a single-person game. So if I can get your suggestions, I will create random pieces of poetry from those suggestions.
Okay.
All right. May I have a word?
Tinder.
Okay. This will be in the style of slam poetry. Tender. Your love is like tender. You swipe right on my heart, but swipe left on the parts you don't want. Like my body, baby. Give it up for me. There we go. There we go. All right, can I have another word?
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Rabbit. This can be in, I'll do it in Shakespeare style. So iambic pentameter. Okay. The white rabbit knows how to eat the care. Ruts of the earth that tells my, I don't know what I'm doing. Can I get a word?
Feces.
Feces. All right. A warm autumn's day. It reminds me of the feces you left behind. It reminds me of the cold, wet poop still lingering on your butthole. This warm autumn day reminds me of you because it's shit. Thank you. All right, now I want you to try.
Okay.
So you're going to stand up here. I'm going to give you a word, and you can write your own poetry from it.
Got it.
Your word is bird.
Bird. They fly in the sky. They die on the ground. Think about it. Birds fly, but they also die. So when birds are flying, they're also dead. Birds are dead while they are flying.
I want you to try one more time.
Okay.
All right. Your word is penny.
Penny. Penny. Penny, penny, penny. Penny. Penny pen. No. Penny. Penny. Starts with a penny. Ends with a Y. Penny. Penny, nickel, dime, penny, nickel, dime, penny, nickel, quarter.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, you at home watching this video, I'm going to stare at you for a good 30 seconds, and you're going to do what I'm going to suggest to you. So, I hope you're standing up. Your word is phone. Good job. Good job. Well, that's just one of Spolin's games. Let's continue by looking at another one of her games. All right. This one is called Building a Story. Building a story is where any number of people on the team, so for now, it's just you and me, are going to try and make an entire story off of saying one word each. So, I will start with the first word, you go to the second word, and then we pass it off until we get to a complete story. So, I will start off with the first word. Actually, I believe Spolin wants us to get a title from the audience. You in the back, can you give us a title of our story?
Waffles and rats.
Our title for our story is Waffles and also Rats. Waffles and Rats. Once,
Upon
a,
time
there,
was
a,
waffle,
this,
waffle,
walked,
to,
school,
and
saw,
a
school,
huge
money,
is
bad,
but
there,
are
several
several
ways,
to
eat,
a
waffle,
but
there,
are
rats,
in
waffles,
all
they
can
do,
is
eat,
the
hot,
waffles.
from,
The
inside,
of
the,
rats
waffle,
it
went,
to
school,
and
saw,
a
rat,
carcass
outside,
of
a,
classroom.
the,
Students
were,
happy
because,
they
were,
murdering
the,
rat.
great job! Give us a round of applause.
Sailors and beaches.
Sailors and beaches. All right.
The
Beach.
was
Clean.
and
Sandy.
The
pirates
sailed
greenly
to
the
strip.
beach,
Of course, they
found
a
shell
of
pearls
in
the
sandy.
waves,
They
sought
a
treasure
in
the
glorious.
waves,
Some
waves,
are
waves,
they
wave,
cannot
interfere
with
the
beach.
pirates
Saw
3
beaches.
because
They
were
at
the
strip.
beach,
When
they
came
across
these,
pearls,
they
picked
them
up,
and
sold
the
pearls,
to
a
ugly.
woman
She
said
they
were
priceless.
priceless.
Of course.
It's 2 words. You get 1 word.
He they
Are
very
very
hot.
she
Was
saying
to
the
sailors.
happy
Christmas.
and
To
all
a
happy.
Hanukkah.
The end. All right, now I'm gonna give. Now the final game we're gonna play today is called Stage Whisper. This entire. Are you okay back there? It's fine. This entire scene will be done in a stage whisper. Now, kid, do you know the term for stage whisper?
No.
Well, why don't you explain it to the group?
Stage whisper is not a whisper at all, in fact. It is a scream at the top of your lungs.
No,
on
that's
stage.
not true.
Okay.
A stage whisper is when you're on stage and you're whispering to another person, but the audience can hear you, but the other characters should not be able to hear you. Let me give an example. I think you're fat. Just like that. Now let me describe what the stage whisper game is. 2 players in a scene must make it entirely a stage whisper, and the audience suggests characters and a setting that require immediate danger or secretiveness. So you in the back, can we get a suggestion for our scene that should require danger?
Fire breathing, dragons, and pearls.
All right. We are knights.
Hippopotamuses.
We are 2 knights on a quest to find the golden hippopotamus statue. But it's in a dragon's lair. And we're both trying to get it, but we both can't have it. All right? You're here?
Yeah.
We're trying. I'm trying to get the golden hippopotamus statue.
I am too.
Why?
It's mine.
The dragon's asleep right now. If you get any louder, you're gonna wake it up.
What?
Yes.
Well,
There is the golden hippopotamus statue right there. I have it. Oh no. But if you clang our swords together, we're gonna wake the dragon. We can't have that happen.
Yes, we can.
Yes! Give it up for us in that scene. Thank you so much for playing. I'm pooped. Well, we'll be right back after this break.
Now a little from our sponsor for this video, SCTV.
Tired of ordinary television? Don't touch that dial. SCTV is now on the air. Starring John Candy, Joe Flaherty, Eugene Levy, Andrea Martin, Rick Moranis, Catherine O'Hara, and Dave Thomas. Television like you've never seen it before. This is the SCTV Television Network.
Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
We've had a lot of fun today. We all learned a little bit about Paul Sills and his work in theater. If you want to learn more, visit http://www.secondcity.com. Make sure you get your parents' permission before visiting. Decker, I hope you got all the information you wanted before your trip. We will see you next week on
Comedia Del Weekly!